If you're not okay with guys playing sack tap, tapping someone's, I love the Daily Beast tapping someone's testicles. He's not addressing the fact that apparently he would like put his balls on his employees.
Is that your testicle?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
That clip is admissible in court, Steven. Steven Crowder's insane $100,000 NDAs caused 4 staffers to quit. Oh, if you love to see Steven Crowder fail, then I've got just the story for you. 4 staffers on Steven Crowder's online show have quit after being forced to sign an insane NDA. And they apparently subject to interrogations from the far-right host. It was reported by Mediaite on Tuesday. Crowder allegedly went on a tirade after the story came out last month exposing claims of bullying and sexual harassment on the Louder with Crowder set, prompting him to reportedly force employees to sign extreme NDAs with harsh $100,000 penalties for violations. A source close to Crowder told Mediaite that he was livid that someone had talked to the media, and he started interrogating his staff in an effort to find out who it was. He also downplayed sexual misconduct allegations, reportedly telling employees that if you're not okay with guys playing sack tap, if you're not okay with guys playing sack tap, tapping someone's, I love the Daily Beast tapping someone's testicles, then this isn't the place for you. Well, let me tell you, audience of the Troll Patrol, we are very okay with sack tap here on this show, but it's a very specific sack tap. We kick authority in the balls.
He's kicking authority in the balls.
6th grade locker room shit. That's why I got really annoyed when some of my friends used to do it in high school, because it's 6th grade locker room shit. 4 staffers left the company after Crowder's apparent outburst. Mediaite reported Steven's increasing justification of his workplace sexual behavior between men makes a lot of male employees uncomfortable. He always says it's joking, but it doesn't seem like a joke to anyone anymore. So, this was his response a couple months back. We didn't watch it.
Now there's this newspaper article out this morning where...
So once again, this is like back in May.
It says, quote, Crowder was known to expose his genitals to staffers.
Well, hold on a second. Yes.
Yeah, well,
yes.
Just wait. I mean...
That did happen. I mean, what are you talking about? The Terminator 2 sketch?
No, but at the time, you only had 5 employees, and they were all male.
Well, yeah, I know, but it was a Terminator 2 sketch because remember the nudies didn't fit?
Oh,
was it that one,
right.
Sam?
Yeah.
Well, now there
Was
are...
it the E.T. ones through the cornfields where we had to run naked through the
Yeah,
cornfields?
you were naked in that one, yeah.
We were naked in that one, too.
Yeah.
Where you had to run
Was it
naked.
Gay Captain America? Because what happened is
A little cold.
the onesie didn't fit, so we just had to make it a nosy, and there was no.
Well, now that there are ladies here, we have to run things differently. This isn't like the Terminator clip.
Well, I know it's not like the Terminator clip. Do we have? Well, yeah. Do we have the Terminator clip?
Let's play the clip.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
Come with me if you want to learn.
Look, okay, of course,
That's
yes. Many
inappropriate.
people saw my balls,
Well, yeah.
but I had a sock on because the nudies wouldn't fit. You couldn't do it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a large posterior.
Yes, exactly.
So nudies don't
And there were also times where we played the spot the ball game.
Yeah.
Well, we need to stay on topic as well.
Okay,
I thought it was a topic.
Continuing with the infractions, Riley said, quote, govern me harder, daddy.
Riley?
Oh.
Oh, she ran away.
She doesn't even seem remorseful.
Wow. Jeez, Riley?
Riley said that. These aren't all that bad. I mean,
taking
but thank God
ownership.
we didn't get to the high one. Your mic isn't really working all that well.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait,
You know, actually,
Exactly. Why were your balls out?
oh, okay, let me...
It's right there.
But I mean, like, he's not addressing the fact that apparently he would, like, put his balls on his employees. And that they, like, when they weren't filming skits, he had his dick out and putting his balls on employees. So,
Is that your testicle?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
You suck, Sam. Sam sucks. All right, man, get out of here.
Oh, got him again. That is so great.
Works every time.
I would think that's admissible in court if this motherfucker gets taken to the cleaners for sexual harassment. That clip is admissible in court, Steven. My God, dude. You are seeing the downfall of Steven Crowder in real time right now. Despite the fact that he thinks he's launching this new platform and he's going to be a huge success. He's got heavy hitters like Alex Jones. Steven Crowder, the accused workplace sexual harasser, apparently thinks the solution to his business troubles is Alex Jones. Two of the most loathsome far-right pundits are teaming up on a Rumble stream near you. As of late, business and quite frankly life has not been good for far-right commentator Steven Crowder. His show has suffered declining viewership on the right-wing streaming site Rumble. He's been attacked by a host of conservative pundits and faced accusations of fostering a wildly toxic workplace, allegedly exposing his genitals to staff, being abusive towards his now estranged wife. So nationally, in an apparent effort to turn things around, he's turned to InfoWars founder and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Crowder announced on Tuesday that he will be partnering with Jones on a new streaming venture. Jones, who was found liable for a combined nearly $1.5 billion for defaming the families of those killed in the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting, said the partnership was a step toward building a conservative, populist economy. Crowder called Jones, who filed for bankruptcy last year, the number one draft pick in a media project he billed as the replatforming. Do you want to see a little clip of the replatforming, and we'll come back to this story? This is the replatforming.
They want to destroy us? Well, guess what? We didn't start this fight. We don't want it. But if you want to fight, you better believe you've got one!
Oh, yeah, we're watching this.
We have new shows, the investigative unit, which we've discussed. And again, you get a free shirt at loudwithcrowder.com/mugclub. But we have another announcement to make regarding a new
free shirt
here. And by the way, I'll be taking your chats here after this. We'll be taking.
Well, we know you can bribe right-wingers with cake and coffee, so.
On Mug Club. And we'll be releasing more information regarding some of the developments. But this is one that we're all pretty excited about. And again, if it was just business, it wouldn't make sense. This is a man who was removed from the platforms of Apple, Spotify, Google, Facebook, Meta, X, whatever the hell it is, all on the same day. But there's no coordination. It's just coincidence. And there were, by the way, many people back then who said, well, that's just him. He's too extreme. That's just an isolated case. It won't.
What was it he said that day?
Are you paying attention now? And so people who we all expect to stand in the line of fire.
I'm not on Twitch, though, PB girl.
Tucked tail and ran. They struck plea bargains with the platforms who, for a period of time, would punish anyone who even hosted him as a guest.
I am banned for playing a body cam footage of extreme violence.
This is the canary in the coal mine. These people at these big tech platforms, they tell you that they'll never come for you. That you can keep your tens of millions in revenue or millions that you make from their platforms. And really all that means is that if you're lucky, really lucky, they'll kill you last. Well, they tried to kill this next man first. And if he's honest, he'll tell you they almost did. They did a lot of damage. But if there's one thing you can say about this man, love him or hate him, is that he will fight for this country with every last breath in his body, and he just won't die. So it's with as much pride that I can convey, and as much surprise, by the way, as you in landing this white whale, the #1 draft pick, without a doubt out there, that for the first time he will launch his subscription
#1 draft pick
under the Mug Club umbrella, starting with his new Friday show on August 18th. Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns.
And if you try to take our guns, 1776 will commence again.
Giving him a WWE style entrance.
Sticking with Facebook, it is one of several
Perfect
today that are limiting the content of far-right podcast InfoWars.
Facebook, Apple, and YouTube have all taken down content from Jones and his InfoWars channel.
Whenever I talk about Alex Jones, my wife will not let me into the house until I've been deloused.
Anyone who believes in Alex Jones and believes these theories, you really gotta go get help.
Alex Jones has been ordered to pay $965 million.
Look how there's a move to control information. There's always been. And it ought to scare people that you got to move.
That was Bill Hicks.
If they can get you to be part of a group, an environmentalist or part of your minority group.
Black, Latino, and indigenous people are suffering and dying disproportionately.
The most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
They'll have their little tailor-made people that are bought and paid for to claim to be your leader.
We're looking at a giant war in February right now. Currently, that's the projection.
There's an entire agenda afoot to force the population to undergo different type of medical treatments, namely vaccines.
In 2002, there is a tyrannical organization calling itself the New World Order, pushing for worldwide government, a cashless society.
If any terrorism comes, it's from this government. And if there was an outside threat like a bin Laden, who was a known CIA asset in the 80s, running the Mujahideen war, and whose family builds all the military bases over in Saudi Arabia right now, and sits on the board of Iridium Satellite. He's the boogeyman they need.
I've been shadow banned. I've been called a liar. I've been silenced on virtually every platform created by man. My life has been threatened repeatedly. They've tried to destroy me, but I've survived. And that's why I'm joining Mug Club.
It looks like shit.
Alex Jones, everybody.
Thank you.
Don't soil Dio like that. I love that song.
I want to be deadly serious here. I've not been this excited ever. Woo! Yeah, Mug Club, baby. Wow. So,
holy shit, look how red he is. Look how I'm not high enough for this shit.
I've known Steven for more than 10 years. Used to, beg him to come on my show. Always a really busy guy, and he's been popular forever. But we kind of knew each other. But as soon as I got deplatformed, he saw as a threat, and he said, I want you on immediately. The day after, when everybody else was running away, including my friends, he was like, no, this is a danger to everybody. I see what this is. And then again, everybody else was shutting down during the lockdown. I didn't, he didn't. And so it's that type of instinctive courage that I really respect. We've become good friends the last 3 or 4 years since then. I love coming up here. I love the energy. And let's be clear, InfoWars isn't going anywhere, our Austin operation, my regular show that's on talk radio everywhere. But we've been talking for years about some type of collaboration, and he had to, move from where he was to trailblaze and do this. And what's incredible is it's succeeding. But here's the key. We don't just have the left and the globalist and big tech and the intelligence agencies. We now know that we're censoring and controlling and suppressing election information and vaccine information and open border and human trafficking information and fentanyl info and Afghan withdrawal info. It's the big think tanks that Crowder alluded to earlier that are so-called conservative that have billions of dollars over the last decade to buy and control the populist, nationalist, common sense capitalist movement that
they're eating each other.
The world's on.
They're eating each other. I want to root these guys on because they're going after the other fucking right-wingers I hate. Like, they're coming directly for Glenn Beck. They're coming for the Daily Wire. They're coming for the other conservative outlets. So let them fight.
And so we're not just challenging the left and Hollywood and big tech. We're challenging conservative Inc. And it didn't make sense to some people that weren't clued in or on the inside of what really goes on.
Love it.
Months ago, when Crowder was making a big deal about the other big conservative platforms that aren't conservative, they interface with YouTube and Facebook and before Twitter was sold to Musk, and literally sit around in smoky rooms laughing at the conservatives. And I've been around it. It's disgusting to people that have authenticity.
Well, son, like, I hate to tell you, but conservatives are batshit fucking crazy, like you. Even Rush Limbaugh called it.
As a conservative, it's getting harder and harder to not look like a kook.
So, I mean, at least the Daily Wire, as craven as it is, like, I understand their motive. They're doing it to make money. Ben Shapiro's a smart guy appealing to dumb people with dumb bullshit about, like, the Barbie movie. It's like lowest common denominator. You're just insane, man. You're an idiot.
Like Steven Crowder and this incredible crew. These are real people. No, these are real people right here. Gerald Morgan, all of these comedians, all these people have turned down tens of millions of dollars to tell the truth. I mean, there's people out there like Ted Nugent lost probably $100 million the last 6-7 years supporting Trump. It's been in the news. Just no more stadiums, no more nothing. It's over for him.
Alex, Ted Nugent wasn't playing stadiums. Are you? Ted Nugent lost out on $100 million? You're full of fucking shit, dude. Ted Nugent wouldn't have made $100 million. Hell, he probably made more money over these last few years because of his conservatism. He's had like a resurgence. Fucking cat scratch fever wasn't getting him that many residuals, Alex Jones. What is wrong with you, dude? Ted Nugent.
So there's not many people like that. Probably should get Ted Nugent over here. But what I'm getting down to is we need an independent network that isn't controlled. And I'm sorry, Twitter is better than some of the other so-called conservative or open platforms, but it's still not even halfway free. Yeah, halfway free feels better than no free. And I'm not even criticizing Twitter. It's just not free. So many really effective people that expose communist China.
He charges what, like $8.99 for that blue check?
Censored, but not Mug Club. And I know the plan that Crowder has, he's told me about it, he's told you a lot about it, is to literally bring on hundreds of providers, and I guess the long term, even thousands, and then use the great folks at Rumble that really are free and open to energize this. So people always say, hey, if you want your own internet, why don't you build it? Or you want your own platform, build it. Well, it's very...
They are charging way too much to watch them play Sack Tap.
The Mug Club members, and that gives him that independence. So you literally aren't just the tail of the dog, you're the whole shooting match. You're the whole dog, the teeth, the brain, the feet, the guts, the heart, the brain, the eyes and ears with the investigative unit and everything. You are this operation, and if you get excited about this, it's game over for the New World Order. Listen, we came and founded a new country to get away from tyranny. We weren't perfect, but became the freest, greatest thing ever. So it's that the Israelites left Egypt under Ramses II, and they've now dug up all the tablets and the history, and that's a true story. It really happened. It's on the Egyptian hieroglyphs as well. So Steven Crowder and the Mug Club and this whole operation is literally leading everybody out of Egypt, and we don't have to wait 50 years or 40 years to cross the River Jordan, folks. We're doing it right now. It's already launched, out of the gate successful. That is a true American success story of dedication, work, not backing down, and it challenges the entire system. So when this is successful, and it already is, but I mean super successful, it will then be the example to all the other big so-called conservative populist talk show hosts who don't like serving the globalists but are too scared to buck them, to let them then have the courage to follow us. So this is true leadership and history that you're watching right now today. Now here's another key point. If you look at the 40+ billion that Anheuser-Busch has lost with the entire debacle with Bud Light, that's a great example of us saying we're going to withdraw support of people targeting children and sexualization and this whole transhumanist movement. That's what it is. I mean, even Yuval Noah Harari at the WEF says, oh, this is just the beginning. If you'll accept two men having a baby, you'll accept cyborgs, all the rest of it. Clones, animal-human hybrids, which is all out in the open now. But instead of just boycotts, what about boycotts? And that's what this is, folks. You get all these great shows, all these great memberships.
Yes. You can fight the power by giving Alex Jones and Steven Crowder money. Makes perfect fucking sense, guys. It's a boycott. We've tried the boycott. You boycott your Budweiser, and you give that money that you would spend on beer to Alex Jones and Steven Crowder so they can buy beer.
All these great things, and know that you're part of history, bucking the system, American Revolution, 1776, Worldwide 2.0. So the boycotts are great. Pull your money out of the globalist system, but then spend it with the institutions and organizations that are standing up for freedom. If Anheuser-Busch just lost, I think the number I saw last week was $41 billion. It just keeps going up and up. 25% market share in all of their products. Think about what would happen if people spent $1 billion.
Too much math for me.
10 million or whatever. Because this guy's putting almost everything back into the operation. Because it is about the excitement of standing up for liberty and connecting to our forefathers and foremothers that created this country. And that's what this is about. You know, Stephen kept saying, it doesn't make business sense to not roll over and make the hundreds of millions and sell to the system. But wait, if the whole country and the world's gone, that money doesn't matter. It makes perfect business sense because our business is prosperity and freedom and justice and Americana, 1776, worldwide. So
the dude is entertaining.
So we've been talking for 6 months about doing this, and I said, well, I'm going to keep InfoWars going, the great crew we do. And they thought, and I said, what's your idea? And I had my idea already written down. They said, a once-a-week show, build off that, then start building some other shows. And with the funding we get from this, we'll be able to hire back more reporters, do more investigative stuff on the ground at the border and at Bilderberg and at Davos and at the RNC and DNC. So this is a match made in heaven. Everybody needs to tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, hey, you want a second American Revolution? You don't like what's happening? Well, this is the group, this is the organization that is the best there is. We're not up here saying, we're Superman. We're not up here saying we have all the answers. But you know what? It's not bragging when it's fact. People need to recognize that this operation, what Steven Crowder and his crew are doing, is the best, open, freest, biggest thing there is in the world in opposition to the New World Order. And hey, you tune into my show, you're gonna get hardcore analysis and over-the-horizon information on what the globalists are planning next, because that's all I do is study it. It's hardcore. Don't slit your wrist after you watch it. But the good thing is you can then tune in to the incredible, amazing, better than the nighttime comedy shows, live delivery of these guys, and they make it fun. And that's why I like the energy here. It's quite frankly, InfoWars, great crew, great people, but it's like you are in a bunker. We've been doing it 20-something years, and it's crazy. So it's a breath of fresh air to just add this family to what's happening, to be part of this organization, and to have the InfoWars crew now you're becoming part of this organization. I'm just blessed and honored. It's incredible. And at 11 a.m., just coming up in about an hour from now, I'll do my live show out of the classic Steven Crowder studios. We're going to have these guys in here with us. It's so exciting. So 11 a.m. Central, Infowars.com/show and band.video. But I want everybody watching, that means on Infowars everywhere, to be part of this revolutionary act. You want resistance? You want somebody to stand up? You want somebody to fight? Go now to the Mug Club. Go now, ladies and gentlemen, and use the promo codes that are there to get a month off. Do it now. Go to Mug Club. Take action, because the globalists want war. They want to destroy us. Well, guess what? We didn't start this fight. We don't want it. But if you want to fight, you better believe you've got one.
On the diver.
Watch Louder with Crowder live.
I'd rather not. Wow. Dio has several hits. You leave Ronnie James Dio alone. Crowder announced on Tuesday that he will be partnering with Jones on a new streaming venture. Jones was found liable for a combined nearly $1.5 billion for defaming the families of those killed in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Said the partnership was a step towards building a conservative populist economy. There were a whole lot of mushy words exchanged between the two with this announcement. Getting you involved with it, Crowder told Jones. It's a stamp of approval. The $89 per year subscription package. That is what the Mug Club costs. $89 a year. Will feature a number of right-wing entertainers, including comedians Nick DiPaolo and Brian Callen. DiPaolo, who lost his Sirius XM show in 2018 after urging school shooters to target faculty lounges at UC Berkeley and Fresno State, has been a contributor to Fox News host Greg Gutfeld's late night show. I think my advice to the school shooters is better. Just saying. Colin previously starred on ABC's The Goldbergs and Schooled. He also played a role on ABC Family's The Secret Life of an American Teenager. However, his time in mainstream entertainment came to an end in 2020 after multiple women accused Colin of sexual assault and misconduct. Checks out. He has adamantly denied the allegations and even sued the husband of one of his accusers, claiming the spouse was trying to ruin his career. But after a judge issued a tentative ruling that Callen did not meet his burden of demonstrating a probability of prevailing on his claim, Callen settled out of court. Meanwhile, after losing a pair of lawsuits related to his claim that the Sandy Hook massacre that took the lives of 20 elementary school students was a false flag carried out by paid government actors in a plot to quash the Second Amendment, Jones is apparently seeking to resolve the financial penalties imposed on him through a bankruptcy settlement. Crowder, as pointed out by Media Matters' Jason S. Campbell, has seen his show's influence on Rumble sharply decline over the course of the last year. So if you've not seen the chart, it's hilarious. This is Steven Crowder's Rumble views. And Rumble views are probably cooked. He's not even breaking 1 million anymore according to their stats. Granted, he has not been on the last couple of months. He hasn't done a show. So it would be understandable that his numbers have dropped precipitously. I fucked the word up during this time period. These bumps are probably like when he had the stories published in mainstream media. Since then, he has been mired in a steady stream of controversies stemming from his ongoing divorce and his alleged mistreatment of staff. Most recently, a Mediaite report revealed that 4 Crowder employees left the company after the host asked them to sign an insane NDA that would impose $100,000 penalties on violators. Along with Louder with Crowder chief executive Gerald Morgan, Crowder also questioned several members of his staff about talking to reporters. The NDAs and interrogations took place after former employees anonymously spoke to Mediaite about Crowder sexually harassing male staffers by sending unsolicited sexual text messages and regularly exposing himself. In a statement to Mediaite, Morgan responded to the allegations with, "While Louder with Crowder does not provide details on personal, private, medical matters or personnel issues, it is important to note that many of these claims are missing context." What context can you putting your balls on somebody? Clear misrepresentations or outright falsehoods. Crowder reportedly downplayed the allegations to staff by telling employees, if you're not okay with guys playing sack tap, then this isn't the place for you. He seems like a swell guy.